Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Like any other YouTube videos, our YouTube video is also having a dialog box. In this, lots of links are provided. Since YouTube is giving us a privilege to write 5,000 words, rest links are provided in a PDF document whose link is already shared at the top. Apart from that, the contact details of Treasury Consulting is also shared, the trainings and every other link is shared. Now it would be very easy for our viewers to reach to majority of the links. Around 90% of the links are shared with you. You know that Treasury Consulting is preparing very hard to, be a price maker in Basel 3, in Basel 4 when it is getting live after 2 to 3 years. In that regards, I have subscribed many books and I should thank you to Amazon for that, because Amazon is really helping us to have these books. Else who will go to marketplace, you get the book, you will not get the book, and these are very costly books. I spend a lot of money in the books. I believe that books are essential source of knowledge and you should read a lot. But while reading this book few days ago, I noted important point which I thought let me discuss with you people, and especially for the young guns, and especially for very important thing which I think might be author have missed, or maybe when he wrote the book this was not the consideration. There were news about China for multiple reasons in the last several months. Number one is definitely the coronavirus. Number two is about the vaccine. When the UAE, United Arab Emirates Health Ministries felt the efficacy of the vaccine is very high. I'm happy. And third is about something which majority of the financial world is not aware about, because we hardly get any time to study. And I always believe that one of the important things we now missed is the study. I want that certificate, I want that certificate, I will appear in that exam, I will appear in that exam. Excuse me. There is a difference between exam and knowledge. If exam provided you the knowledge, then people like Steve, Bill Gates and all, they were unemployed, and the people who passed the exams, they would be employed. According to International Labor Organization ILO, 81 million plus people asked to step down only in the Southeast Asian region. 81 million plus people. Apart from that, guys, the data on the Bloomberg suggests that 490k, which is closer to 500k, around 500,000 jobs, is cut only in the US and European banking system in the last 6 months or 6 years. And in this 6 years, the latest data is October 2020. What about November, December? I don't know. And this is US and Europe. What about Asia, Southeast Asia, Latin America? No clue. No data, no clue. But jobs cut is there. And all 500k people, those who asked to step down in US and Europe by the requisite banks, they all have degrees. That we need to appreciate. All have degrees. Maybe better than us. So my choice is very clear. I'm not running before any degree. I'm running before knowledge. And knowledge I'm imparting from these books, from Thomson Reuters, from Bloomberg, my practical life from Treasury. I'm imparting the knowledge from there. Maybe several people in the world, they are interested to impart, I would say they are interested to impart the knowledge from the degrees. They are most welcome to have that. Please, I really don't mind if you wanted to impart from degrees. But guys, we really need to understand one thing very holistically, that Few things which the books missed is the practical application. Example, few years ago, the world started talking about NIRP. NIRP means negative interest rate policy. Negative interest rate policy, which means that the central bank of that country is pushed to a level that negative interest rate policy is possible. So practically, you deposit $100, or say take an example of Japanese, you deposit 100 yen and you get around 99 at the maturity. Where is one? This is the guarantee the government has provided that your money is safe. So one of the important things China was not famous in the last few months is that they have started offering almost below or closer to zero interest rate. And guys, trust me, they are getting very good response. They are really getting good response. That is really scaring me. That and I have never seen anyone on the YouTube talked about this, so that's why we chose this topic. Maybe after China it would be Singapore. Singapore situation is also not bad, not good as far as the fiscal is concerned. And as we speak, on 24th December, one day before the Christ, rather I can say on the Christ Eve, UK confirmed that there is another strain of virus we have in UK, which means that originally coronavirus is not yet resolved. Government of UK already said that they are in touch with Pfizer regarding the side effects for the people having allergical issues. One strain of virus is already there in the UK, and around 40 plus countries of the globe already banned the incoming and outgoing flight from UK. UK Health Secretary already confirmed the second strain, and he said that this time it is some link of South Africa. I'm not a medical professional, so I cannot give in writing that the mutation is changing at a faster pace, but whatever limited knowledge I gained is that mutation is happening that too at a faster pace. So we really do not know how this shape up, and one thing which I really wanted to warn you is that the coronavirus eats almost all the capabilities of all the countries in the form of quantitative easing. Straight. And now if this strain turns out to be true, and the probability is very high by the way, then the one big question is from where the governments will get the money. You are already done with huge quantitative easing that there is no further scope of quantitative easing you are holding. In that regards, one of the biggest challenges of Big Four, Basel IV, is definitely how you will shape up NIRP, negative interest rate policy. I strongly feel that very soon we will have a scenario when different central banks of the globe would be having almost zero interest rate or negative interest rate. Currently, there are, like if I go as per the Bloomberg, I go various data in the public domain, around 17 trillion, which is around 2 trillion more than the Chinese GDP, or around 6 times or closer to more than 6 times of the Indian GDP is NIRP, which is negative interest rate policy, which means that it is a total money which is giving negative return. 17 trillion. Is Basel IV is prepared to handle NIRP? And especially immunization of NIRP. I have not seen in this book. I'm not blaming this book. I did my research on Google, I have not seen anywhere. Are we ready to handle the immunization of NIRP? That's very important. On a very often note, I highlighted two things. Number one, the intrinsic value of a stock, and number two, about the immunization of the bank books. Indian banks should not watch this video because this is beyond your understanding and you will never learn immunization. Neither your auditors, so-called Big Four, will allow you to do so because they themselves do not know about immunization. But I think the time has come when the international regulators need to think about how we would be handling immunization of NIRP, negative interest rate policy. Because every bank of the globe is having RWA, risk-weighted asset, and RWL, risk-weighted liabilities. Standing today, the immunization of NIRP is relatively very small. But I'm sure the time would come when this would be to the higher side. A lot of people came to me and said that the gold valuation is not all about crypto, it's not all about corona vaccine, it's about many factors. And I believe that. Very soon you will see this in the media, and international would be worried, and Indian banks, as usual, would continue to have an obsolete reporting standard and people would be happy. Because for Indian banks, the life starts with gross NPA and ends with gross NPA. Straight. There is nothing known as immunization, RWA, RWL, NIRP, immunization disclosures. It's all bullshit for Indian banks. And 99% of the MBA students of Indian universities not even heard what is immunization. And I'm sure that Basel IV is also not, as of now, thinking how to handle this, because they understand very well that the world is going negative. Many central banks of the world is currently offering negative interest rate. And they are really working to handle this. Let us see. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. 9818485155. Treasury Consulting very soon would be launching a lot of video courses about Basel III. We will give and better than this knowledge in the form of video courses. So my dear Big Fours, in Basel I we were price maker, Basel II price maker, Basel III price maker, Basel IV, Basel I price taker, Basel II price taker, Basel III price taker, Basel IV price maker. That's my assurance. And if you get some time, just think about how would you be making an immunization schedule of NIRP assets and NIRP liabilities. By the way, do you know how to make immunization schedule? Life starts with gross NPA, ends at gross NPA. Or life starts with Nifty, ends with Nifty. That is. Have a great time.